Welcome back for another video. Today I'm gonna play R-Type for the Lemon Amiga competition. This is actually a fantastic game. This one was the conversion of an arcade game that was developed by Irem Corporation in 1987. I actually remember this brand because they also developed Ghouls and Ghosts, Dragon Breed, Vigilante, and of course R-Type 2. But on the Amiga, the developer was Factor 5, who also developed BC Kid, and the producer was Rainbow Heart, which also produced Turrican, all the series from 1 to 3, also Apprentice and Catechist. But before we start, I want to show you some mistake that I did when I played this game. Okay, let's see some mistake which I did, but we start from the wheel of death, really. This is what I'm gonna call it. So it's really difficult to pass, but let's see, look at this. Look at the way I was upset, my yelling. So the mistake here is that really you should consider to avoid, before you even go inside the wheel, you should consider how can I avoid these bullets. I will show you in my run when I learned it how to do it. So first, and you need to target straight away the blue ball. You need to really attack it. This is when you don't destroy this blue guy on the left. So you see look what happens. So you have to destroy it, and I will show you how to do it. This is the boss of stage 3. This one is very tough. I had to practice many times, but I show you. Here I'm very upset because I did so well. I did very well this part. You see, you destroy them using the weapon which is above, like a disc above the shield, but then I lost. So it's like a silly guy. This was extremely upsetting the way I lost. I did everything well, but then I lost in the very end. This is really upsetting. So really, my advice is that when you reach the end of this boss, you don't need to panic. You need to be very calm because you have 99% probability to beat it. It's just because you don't need to say, oh, I'm gonna die now, because look at that. Look at the blue balls. Look at the blue balls. This is the boss 5 mission start. Here I did a mistake because I forgot to go to the left. You need to go immediately to the left here. So this was my mistake. Here, my big mistake was that I was too greedy to destroy these worms because the points, but then look what happened. So, okay, now we learned that. Okay, guys, I want to explain something very important before we play the first run. So I explain you something very important, how to set up the 2-button joystick. So I show you how to do it, because if you don't set up a 2-button joystick, this game must be played with 2 buttons. First things you need to do is to create a mapping file. So yeah, I will show you how it looks like mine. So I created this configuration file, and obviously it's pointing to the 2 floppy disk that I downloaded them from the Amiga, from the Lemon Amiga website. In the competition page, there is you can see basically this. We are playing R-Type. Oh, sorry, I think I did something wrong. Yeah. Then what I did, I set up the button 1 to the Action Joy CD32 blue. Yeah, this is the button that you need to click for the controlling the drone. So it's called the CD32 blue button. So why I'm using the CD32 button? Because I show you, if I go here, I change the mode, because I show you, I change the joystick mode. The joystick mode, you need to choose the CD32 pad mode, because if you play with the normal joystick mode, you will not have this blue button, so you won't be able to use the second button. So I basically choose the CD32 mode. You can keep auto fire off, it's fine. And then once we are choosing this mode, yeah, this is the game. we are, yeah, no issues with that mode. And then by looking at this file, we are telling basically the simulator that when we press the button 1, which in my joystick is the button A, so when I press the button A on my controller, it will trigger the blue button, which is the drone. And then I mapped my other button, which is the one which I prefer to fire, which is on my NES controller, is the B button. I set the B button to be auto fire. Obviously, you can play without auto fire, is also fine. So it's I think will be just fire here. You just need to remove auto fire, but I think this game is very hard, and you need to play it probably with auto fire on. Probably will work better. So you will see in my video that I will be firing very quickly because I'm using auto fire. So I hope this will be working, and I can put this mapping in the description of the video, so you can copy and play R-Type with 2 buttons. But now let's play the run. Let's see how it went. So after all my mistakes, let's see if I managed to improve a little bit. Okay, let's see, guys. Okay, let's see how it went. So this is my run. Yeah, starting from stage 1. As I said, this game is a very, very tough game. I would say when you play it for the very first time, it looks extremely unfair because one hit, you lose all your power-ups, and it looks very, very, very unforgiving. In fact, the game, it is very unforgiving. If you look at my mistakes, so before I did this run, I had to try many times to achieve what I achieved in this video. So that's why I want to show, I showed before this my mistakes, because the game need to be practiced a lot. So, but for example, in this level 1, if you learn in this part how to use the drone, the game is doable. The fact that you need to have the drone in order, for example, to pass this part, that would be impossible to pass it without the drone. For example, look at this part here. With the ship, you need to stay here on the left, allow the drone to destroy that blue stuff, because I showed you the blue stuff. If you don't destroy it, it will destroy you on the wheel. I think I showed you the mistake that I did, because I didn't destroy. Here, you need to target the blue wheel and make sure that the bullets that they throw you, they don't touch you. You still need to keep an eye on the bullets. I think after you pass the wheel, the rest of level 1, stage 1 is very, very easy, because now we got the power up, and we are gonna get even more power up, and the game is gonna be extremely easy. So I believe that the whole game, I would say the most difficult part is actually the first part of level 1. It looks like a little bit weird to say, wow, the first checkpoint is actually the most difficult part in the game, I would say. I died in that wheel hundreds of times. But look at the second part. Even the boss, you can kill the boss in few seconds, because as soon as you got this now power up and the drone, look at the boss, he's gonna die in few seconds. So we're gonna say the game, I would say it's not really unfair. The fact is that forces you to learn how to play it without losing the drone and without losing the powers up, which means that when you have the powers up, you need to be very cautious. You don't need to take any risk. And this is what I did in level 2. So in this run, I managed to, I will show you how I reached stage 6. So I managed to pass the first 5 stages. I played very, very, very safely without taking any risk. And if you don't take any risk, especially in this level 2 here, stage 2, usually every time I say level, these are the actual stage. In this stage 2, this is extremely easy with the power up, but you need to be very cautious, because sometimes you are tempted that you would like to destroy all the enemies because you would like to do a higher score, but I would say at this point it's not worth it. You see, I went to the right because if you stay on the left, you can destroy all three, you know, make some points, okay, you can make more score, but then you risk, if you risk, because in this level I prefer sometimes to be, for example, now I decided to go to the right and I lost a little bit of points. I didn't want to destroy all of them, and it's okay. It's like between a high score and safety. What do you prefer? I prefer to keep the powers up. Power up, especially level 2. Level 2 is extremely easy if you don't risk. Maybe you can risk a little bit here, but maybe, but I prefer to see. I stayed always on the right. I said, okay, I don't want to take any risk. Here, this snake is very easy to avoid. It does always the same movement. It doesn't really follow you. When I first reached it, I thought it was following me, but actually it does a very static movement. It does always the same. So you just need to follow this video, what I show you how to pass it, and it's straightforward. It's really easy. And there is a high here, so you don't need to destroy the snake, you need to destroy this high. If you stay still here, without moving, just firing, the high will be destroyed straight away. So you don't need to worry about the snake. So the boss 2, level 2 in general is very easy. What is very difficult is stage 3. This stage 3, I showed you my mistake. So after the Wheel of Death, this is the most difficult part. I think the first part is very, I would say, not easy, but it's okay. It's doable straight away. You shouldn't find. If you use the drone, attack this weapon with basically this. There is this fire. It throws you this gas, whatever it is. You need to stay on the back and send the drone. And then as soon as that explodes, you just need to join the drone, because these parts I think are easier if you are joined with the drone. So, but here you need to be very cautious, because these things are, I mean, dangerous. You can die if you are not careful. Here you must use the drone as a protector and as a weapon at the same time, because if you hit an enemy with a drone, you don't die, because the drone is like a weapon. So here, you see the one on the right, you need to destroy it. You need to destroy this weapon before you go forward, because this guy is very annoying if you don't destroy. Oh, see, now I destroyed it, and then I send the drone. So you have to deattach the drone. You remember I showed you in the video, before this run, I showed you how to set up the 2-button joystick. At this moment, I'm using a 2-button. The second button is from the CD32. It's like I'm using the blue button because I'm using the joystick mode from the CD32. This is not a CD32 game, but I downloaded the ADF from the Lemon Amiga competition. But this one is possible on the emulator, that you can. Otherwise, I don't have a 2-button joystick, so the only way is to use the CD32 second button. Here, before you advance, you see the fire. Wait for the fire, and then you advance, because they fire every 5 seconds. So if they fire, then you can attack them, because they are 5 seconds before they fire the fire again. So, and once you reach this part, I told you in my mistake, which I did earlier, you have 99% probability to beat this boss if you reach this stage. 99%. Wait for this blue ball to disappear, and then you attack him. So don't attack him if the blue ball will not disappear. So you see, this is very easy. Then that part is easy. It's just to reach it is very difficult. I think stage 4 is actually, I found it easier than stage 3. Stage 4, the next one, can be done very easily with a drone. It looks like strange, but the game, as you advance through the level, I found that the next level are easier because you have more power up, better power up. And here there is not really much that will trouble you. Initially, when I played this part, the only trouble here are this enemy that comes very, very quick at you. So you need to really learn from where they appears. So for example, now you stay on the left because they appear in the middle. So I know that they appear in the music, and then I just stay on the left. And now, here you need to use the drone. Look how many enemies around the back. So use the drone to attack on the left, and you stay on the right. So this is very important. So in this level, if you learn that you need to stay on the right and the drone on the left, this part is actually very easy. I learned it. Actually, here I forgot about that enemy that came. Here I lost a life, but it's not the end of the world because it's the same thing. You stay now. Actually, the second checkpoint of this level is easier than the first one, because actually here you just need to be on the bottom right, because you see you avoid this, and they cannot pass. The enemy cannot attack you because now you are protected in a certain way if you stay on the right. And this part is like a trick, easy way. If you don't want to destroy all the enemy, just stay on the right. Okay, here I was silly because I did forget about that. Yeah, it's actually, I played not very well here. So, but level 4 for me, there is nothing major in this level 4. This level 4 is easier than level 3, just because this probably was a very unlucky run in this level. You just need to, probably because I didn't have any power up, but you can pass it without any power up. That's why I would say this part is very easy. You can get another power up, so no problem. And you will see the boss is also very easy. So you just need to stay on the right. Be careful before maybe you go to the right, wait for that guy, and then you go to the right. Here, you go to the right, you don't bother about them. You send the drone to destroy them. See, the drone is gonna destroy them. Be careful about that. Here is the boss. Here is boss. You need to go to the top right. This is the way I do it. Top right and immediately to the left. Because if you stay there, it will destroy you. Then you go pass through the middle, because otherwise you die. And then after you pass to the basically you start top right, then you go left, you pass to that, you go left again now, and then he dies, and then you beat the boss. So it's like a zigzag, top left, from top right to top left. Then you go to pass through the middle, right, top right again, and then you pass right, left. It's like a zigzag. If you learn it, you're doing it. Here, remember the mistake I didn't clear. Here I was too greedy because I was destroying the worm. In this run, I decided to leave them alone. You don't need to beat them. You just ignore them. The game will be easier. Obviously, you will do less points because every time you destroy a worm, I think it gives you almost 2,000 points. So I'm losing points, but I don't care because I would say play very, very, very cautiously. Play safely. Also because my drone is not maximized, so there is no point even to try to destroy them. Maybe I could have took a little bit of risk if my drone was at the maximum power, but I thought that I found this level actually easier than the level stage 4, sorry. This one is easier, even if you don't have the maximum power up. Mission 5, because this one, you just need this weapon that shoot on the side of the ship, so top and bottom of the ship. This is perfect for this level because you can show you why these are very useful. Are very useful because the enemy, they come from the top and from the bottom, so you can basically plan to destroy them using this yellow weapon which goes on the side. It's not a bad weapon. You can also use the front weapon, which is also destroy them with one hit. So usually this level, as long as you can avoid the enemies, oops, there I was a little bit lucky, you can pass easily this part. I don't find this level more difficult, for example, than stage 3. Stage 3, it was very hard. And also the first part of level 1 is very hard. So this game is a little bit unbalanced because the first part is more difficult than the second part. So far, I didn't find nothing difficult in mission 4 and 5. Even this boss is very easy with the drone. The drone was not even maximized. I even lost the missiles and some of the power-ups. So stage 4 and 5, at the end of the day, stage 4 and 5 are okay. Are not very difficult. Next stage is stage 6. Stage 6, obviously, I never practice it, so I need to study more. I mean, not study, I need to practice more, to play it more, because obviously I never played it before, so it requires, I require more practice. I never reached it. This is the first time I reached it, so ideally you need more practice. I need to learn the tricks, but it doesn't look difficult neither, because if you learn the pattern of this object they always do the same movement, so I think you just need to learn. And it's also, I like the graphics, so it looks like you are in a motherboard, like inside a microchip or something, so it looks like a processor or something, like a motherboard. So I like the graphics, so the game changed graphics every single level, so yeah, it's not bad, it's not a bad game. So my target for the this round of the competition, I would think say that this game could be probably completed, because it's okay, it's very, very unforgiving, but he can be beaten. I believe he can be beaten, because he has got certain patterns, and these patterns can be memorized, and the game itself can be beaten. Sometimes if you lose the power-up in a certain place, it doesn't really matter, because you can still get it back, especially in level mission, I think in stage 3, 4 and 5, 100% you can die and get it back. I haven't played much mission 6 where I died now, because obviously I need to practice more, but you have 5 continuous, so you can reach, for example, a stage that you don't know, you can keep continuing and learn it. This is the way I did it, so I like the game very much. This is the first week of the Lemon Amiga competition. I already reached, I beat already 2/3 of the game, so I have another 2 weeks to beat the whole game. So the game is very good. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, please put a like if you like the video. I think the game is really, really good, and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye.